China's elite military units, unmatched strength and modernization. Welcome to today's video where we dive into the strength and modernization of China's military. Now I know what you're thinking. Trevor talking about the Chinese military. Where are the jokes about bad dancing pandas and awkward political gaffes? And to that I say patience, my friend. Today we're getting serious. We're talking about a military force that has undergone a dramatic transformation, and frankly it's a little bit terrifying. We're talking high-tech weaponry, rigorous training, and a level of discipline that would make a drill sergeant weep with pride, or maybe just weep. Those guys are scary. So buckle up, because today we're exploring the top 5 elite units of the Chinese People's Liberation Army. You know, just a casual stroll through the potential future of global military might. No big deal. Snow Leopards. Don't let the name fool you. First up, we've got the Snow Leopard Commandos. Now, I know what you're thinking. Snow Leopards sounds adorable, like a fluffy kitty cat that chases snowflakes. And yes, while they may be named after an endangered species, trust me, these guys are anything but cuddly. The Snow Leopards are China's answer to the Navy SEALs or the SAS. They are highly trained in counter-terrorism, direct action, and special reconnaissance. We're talking hostage rescue, precision strikes, and gathering intel in the most dangerous corners of the world. They're basically the James Bonds of China, except instead of martinis, they probably drink tea. Lots and lots of tea, but don't let the tea fool you. These guys are the real deal. They're deployed everywhere from the mountains of Tibet to the bustling streets of urban centers, ready to neutralize threats with deadly efficiency. So if you ever find yourself face to face with a snow leopard, my advice is just surrender, unless you're really, really fast. PLA Navy Marines. They're bringing sexy back to sea battles. Next up, we're diving into the wild world of the PLA Navy Marines. Now, I'm not saying that naval warfare was ever sexy. Okay, maybe I am, but these guys are changing the game. They're like the love child of Aquaman and Rambo, with a dash of Sun Tzu thrown in for good measure. These guys are the tip of the spear when it comes to maritime operations, amphibious assaults, and expeditionary warfare. And when I say tip of the spear, I mean it. We're talking storming beaches, securing islands, and projecting Chinese power across the high seas. They're essentially China's answer to the US Marine Corps, and they're quickly gaining a reputation for their toughness, their training, and their ability to make even the roughest seas look, dare I say, a little bit glamorous? Okay, maybe not glamorous, but definitely impressive. These guys are a force to be reckoned with, and they're a key part of China's growing naval power. Chapter 3. Now, let's talk about the daredevils of the Chinese military, the PLA Air Force Airborne Corps. These are the guys who laugh in the face of gravity. They jump out of perfectly good airplanes for a living, and they do it with a level of skill and precision that is both impressive and slightly terrifying. Imagine this. Thousands of paratroopers descending from the sky, landing silently behind enemy lines, ready to wreak havoc. That's the PLA Air Force Airborne Corps in a nutshell. They're the masters of parachute operations, airborne assault and rapid deployment. They can be anywhere in the world within hours, ready to strike with overwhelming force. They're like the ninjas of the sky, except instead of throwing stars, they have, well, let's just say they have a lot of firepower. And did I mention they jump out of planes for fun? Yeah, these guys are the real deal. Chapter 4. Next up, we're delving into the shadowy world of the PLA Special Operations Forces. And when I say shadowy, I mean it. These guys are so secretive, they make the CIA look like an open book. They're like the ninjas of the Chinese military, except instead of black pajamas, they wear... Well, we don't actually know what they wear. What we do know is that these guys are the best of the best. They're trained in all aspects of special operations, from counter-terrorism and direct action to special reconnaissance and unconventional warfare. They operate in small, highly trained teams, striking silently and disappearing without a trace. They're like ghosts, except with better weapons. So if you're ever in a dark alley and you hear a faint whisper in Mandarin, you might want to run. Just kidding! You won't even know they're there. Chapter 5. Finally, we come to the big boys, the heavy hitters, the ones who make the ground shake when they walk. The 38th Group Army. These guys are the mechanized infantry of the Chinese military, and they are a force to be reckoned with. We're talking tanks, artillery, armored personnel carriers, you name it, they've got it. And they know how to use it. They're trained for high-intensity combat operations, from large-scale battles to urban warfare. They're the ones who are going to be on the front lines if things ever get really, really bad. So, if you ever see a column of Chinese tanks rolling down the road, my advice is to get out of the way, because the 38th Group Army doesn't mess around. So, there you have it, the top 5 elite units of the Chinese People's Liberation Army. As you can see, China is not messing around when it comes to its military. They've invested heavily in modernization and training, and they've created a force that is capable of projecting power on a global scale. Now, I'm not saying that we should all be running for the hills in fear, but I am saying that it's important to be aware of the changing global landscape and the rise of China as a military power. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed learning about these elite units, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more military insights. See you next time.